First of all, just like to express my good wishes to everybody in seeing so many people come out today for the tribute to the former King of Thailand. And coinciding with the cremation ceremony, which takes place pretty much simultaneously. This is an opportunity to recollect the King, Bhumipol. Say the former King of Thailand was somebody who took a great interest in Buddhism, Buddhist teachings, Buddhist practice. He himself was quite knowledgeable and was very consistent in his own practice, and as Ajahn Kampong was saying, he would go and visit the great forest teachers, meditation masters, and in order to study and to learn and to put it into his daily life. He had a very strong practice, and he saw that those principles of Buddhism were principles that were worthy of setting an example for living in the world and encouraging, say, his subjects to be good people. It's just it seems almost trite to sort of say that in the sense, just being good people. But as the quality of harmony and well-being doesn't really come from the material world. It comes from a life well lived, and even though the king did put a lot of attention on how to increase the material well-being of his subjects, I think he also put a lot of importance on how to encourage them to live an upright life or a life with integrity. Because he would give a public talks on his birthday, the 5th of December, and that would be an annual thing, and he'd give a talk, and when you go back and read them and see them, there's so much like a Dhamma talk that teachers would give, because it was really the principles of the Buddhist teachings were embedded in the instructions and advice and encouragement that he would give to the general populace. So that I think that's something quite special. When we recollect the King of Thailand, I mean, he's someone who, of course, many good works, good contributions to the country of Thailand, but I think the example of his own wisdom and being a wise person, a wise leader, is really a strong foundation. Another image that comes up when I think of the King of Thailand is from a documentary that was done by the BBC, Soul of the Nation. It was done in the late 70s, maybe early 80s, I can't remember, long time ago now. But It was like a 3-hour documentary, so it was quite extensive and very well researched and gave a very thorough picture of the king's life and the royal family. So, but I do remember when the interviewer is asking the king about his Buddhist practice and his Buddhist roots, and the interviewer asks something about because the interview is a BBC British Christian background, and he asks the king about, how do this Buddhist practice, what about how do Buddhists see the sense of original sin as a basis of, say, Christian belief?
Do you both believe in the idea of original sin, that every person is born with some kind of sin? Your Majesty,
There's no sin. There's no sin because as I told you, there is the original purity, which has been spoiled by or covered by what we call sin. This is just the opposite. It is the original purity, the original thing that is light, that is beautiful.
And the king looks kind of puzzled. And I said, Buddhists don't think or believe in original sin. They believe in original purity, which is, such a different perspective on the human condition. In that, it's because that if you actually believe as that, if your fundamental nature is one of original purity, I think you got a lot more options for well-being and happiness if you think it's your original sin. So and that, of course, that's a fundamental view, a fundamental belief, not in one's own nature, but also the nature of all human beings. And when you have that position of, say, of leadership or taking responsibility, to actually sort of recognize that people have this fundamental original purity, and how do you help people to connect with that, to plug into that? And that's such an important piece of how we view ourselves and view the world around us.